Hello, hello. Anybody here? I finally got the webcam going good and thought I would start the chat a little early tonight. But I'm still trying to figure out a way to make it so that there's not that much glare on my glasses, but I'm not real sure how to go about doing that. I angle my monitor. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, yeah, that didn't work at all, did it? No. Oh, shoot. There we go. Is there anybody here but me? Anybody? I did bring some crocheting to do while I was waiting. Since I'm so early, you know, maybe nobody will be here but me. I don't know. Not sure if moving this would get any better, but don't think so. I think you're still going to always see the reflection of the monitor in my eyes. Oh, well. Hello, Marco Duran. Why am I here? Is that a rhetorical question or an existential question, or you're just asking about my live streams in general? I am Gypsy and I live at Smallwood Homestead. I'm a homesteader and I'm also a crafter and a tarot reader. And I do live streams just to chat and meet new people. I live in the Midwest of the United States. But everyone is welcome to join my chat. Oh, why do I have this channel? Because basically I started my channel to document my journey being a single 50-year-old woman starting to homestead for the first time and doing it by myself. And so I produce videos on gardening. I produce videos on prepping, on things like dehydrating foods and storing them, things like that. But I am also a tarot card reader. And so part of my channel is devoted to doing tarot card readings. And then I also have playlists that are just for children in which I read stories for children. So that's pretty much it. It's kind of a vlog, I guess you could say. And I like meeting new people. And I've met a lot of really interesting folks on YouTube. So what is your channel about? Do I tell the future? I don't tell the future per se. What I do is I read the images that are contained on top of the cards. Hey, Amanda Lee. Yes, you made it. Awesome. But Marco, I don't tell the future per se, but I do read the imagery that's on the cards, and I interpret those images into advice. Now, what a person does with that advice is up to them. There are specific things that I never tell anybody. I never tell anybody they're going to die because we're all going to die someday. So why would I tell somebody that? I don't deal with specific things like names or anything like that. I do not call myself a psychic. I am a keen observer, and I have studied archetypes and art history, and therefore it allows me some insight into the images that are printed on the tarot cards. Um, and you could actually ask Amanda Lee, who just joined us, kind of what I'm about, because she has actually had readings from me before. And also, by all means, check out my Tarot Tuesdays playlist, and you can see an example of some of my readings. How are you doing, Amanda Lee? It is a nasty rainy day here. It's it's awful outside. I'm hoping that my garden didn't get washed away. My preferred subject to talk about? Hmm. I don't really start off with any particular topic. Like I said, I like to meet new people. I like to, learn about different cultures, learn about different areas. Like I said, I'm from the Midwest in the United States. And so I know that there are similarities and differences all over the world. I have lived overseas before. I lived in Germany for 4 years. And so I've had a little bit of experience being abroad. Yes, Amanda Lee, I'm doing pretty good. I did lose a friend on Sunday. A friend of mine of over 20 years had a heart attack and passed away Sunday. So I've been dealing with that, and I've had some other family issues going on. So it's been a little stressful. I did audition for my play, for the play I was telling you about. I made it through the first round of auditions, and then I was called to do a callback, which I did last night. It'll probably be next week before I find out whether or not I got a part in the play. So we will see. We will see. Where are you from, Marco? And what is your channel about? Kind of give us an introduction. Oh, thanks, Amanda Lee. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks. Had a lot of death around me. My cousin's father passed away, and my best friend from high school's father passed away, and then my friend Kathleen passed away. So, whew, it's been heavy. Thank you, Marco. Thank you. But we get through. We get through. Sometimes we eat a lot of chocolate. So, how are the boys, Amanda Lee? Oh, behind me is Tabitha walking around. You guys will probably see my cats coming in and out, growing like weeds. Don't I know that? My grandsons, whoo, they're getting big. I tell ya. My oldest grandson just turned 3, and my daughter took him to get a haircut, and now he doesn't look like a little boy anymore. He looks like a little man. So, Amanda, do your boys get things like Easter break and things like that? I know here, um, they just got finished with Easter break. Oh, you don't have a channel. Oh, okay, Marco. Where are you from, Marco? Oh, that's cool, Amanda. Yeah, I know the kids here just finished with their spring break, so they're back at school. Usually they go back like the Monday or Tuesday after Easter. So I'm working with bright colors tonight. You see how bright those are? Since it's been so rainy, I was like, I need something with bright, happy colors to work on. So, oh, how interesting. Now, see, oh, hey, Silver Willow. Hi. I'm doing okay, hon. How are you? Well, Marco, I actually just found out last year through a DNA test that I am 44% Scandinavian. So that was something I didn't know. I knew that I was German and Irish. Um, so I thought that was interesting. And a little, I am a teeny, tiny bit Iberian, which was something I wasn't expecting. That was kind of interesting. What have you been up to, Silver? Well, hey, yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you, Silver. Yeah. See, it's a rainy day today, so I wanted to do something with really bright colors. When it's really rainy out, I tend to get depressed. And since I've had some deaths of people close to me recently, I needed something to cheer me up. Really? Ohio's not that far from me. Oh, yes. Yes, come here. Yes, Amanda, come here. I have a fold-out bed. Hey, Heather, I was just thinking about you the other day. How are you? Yes, Amanda, I have a fold-out couch bed. You and everybody's welcome to come. I mean, it's small. I have a small place. I live in a trailer, but you're all welcome. Oh, that would be so cool, Amanda, if I could finally meet you, because how many years have we known each other online now? I mean, at least 10. I think Heather or Amanda, I think we've known each other 10 years online at least. Has it? Oh my God. Is it more than has it really been 18 or 20? More than 15. Let's see. When did I start doing SwapBot? I know it was in the 2000s. So yeah. Wow. God, time flies. I can't believe it's been that long. You wish it was raining there, Heather? You should come here. My backyard's flooded. My backyard is flooded right now. And my driveway. Parts of my driveway are flooded. We have had rain for 3 days straight. They are calling for rain for the next 4 days. So, yeah, I'm hoping my garden didn't get washed away. I'm hoping. So, wow. So what's everybody doing? Is anyone working on anything exciting, or is anyone gardening? Or Marco, what do you like to do? Do you garden or anything, or what do you do in Sweden? Now, where are you again, Silver? Gosh, you could probably hear the thunder. It was storming. My power actually went out earlier for about 3 minutes. North Florida. Okay. Well, I got my garden in. Um, and I just edited part 2 of my garden project videos, so I'll probably be uploading those tomorrow. I still have to edit part 3, but oh, Marco, are you talking to me? Do I have a family? I do. I have 2 adult children, and I have 2 grandchildren. So, yep. And I have 4 cats, and I have a sister and a brother-in-law. So, I have a master's degree in social work with a concentration on crisis counseling and crisis intervention. Heather, you're learning to mow and weed whack? Oh, you're in trouble now. That's probably one of my least favorite chores. What is my joy? Too many things to name. It depends on the day. I mean, my grandsons, obviously, they bring me lots of joy. I love my grandsons. I wouldn't trade them for anything. I love my cats. I like dark chocolate. I like a nice cup of hot Earl Grey tea with sugar. Yes, exactly, Heather. I like nature. I love my property. I have 12 and a half acres in the woods. And that's what it's called, Smallwood Homestead. And I love my property. I would not trade it. Um, yeah, I hate mowing too, Silver. That's why I have a guy actually that does come and mow for me, and I make him put it down to a 1. And that means that basically you can almost see the dirt because it's so short. I'm in the Midwest United States, Marco. Yeah, I'm in the Midwest. Good old fashioned, central part of the US. So, grew up here, left home, and then came back. That's awesome, Heather. I actually, because I had to cut down so many trees last year, the garden that was my mother's shade garden is now getting sunlight. So I'm watching really closely to see if those plants make it. Um, okay, Amanda. I hope that they don't burn up because of all the sun that they're getting now. If they start to die out, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant more flowers in there that are more sun tolerant. So, but I moved my garden this year. Now it's down to where it gets complete full sun for a good 8 hours a day, 8 to 10 hours a day. So, that's good. Oh, thanks, Heather. I did like Europe. I loved living in Germany, and I was able to look up places where my family, my ancestors are from. I moved back to the US because my first husband was with the military, and we were stationed in Germany, and then when his tour of duty ended there, we moved back to the United States. So, oh, Heather, you did. I'm gonna have to look. I did not know you posted videos. I'm gonna have to look. I don't think I've seen. Are you on camera, Heather, or is it you talking and showing stuff? I'm gonna have to look. I haven't been able to watch anything lately because I've been trying to learn lines for these auditions that I had. So, of your garden, no. Oh, you'll get used to it. You just have to rip that Band-Aid off and just get in front of the camera and try it. Trust me, the first time I did it, I was scared out of my wits, but I'm like, "Nope, I'm gonna do this. This is what I wanna do." I want to try and encourage other women of my age range, um, to be able to kind of stand on their own 2 feet. Oh, yeah, I don't like my voice either. I worry because I know sometimes I can get into a real southern twang, so just depends on how tired I am and all that kinda good stuff. Oh my goodness. So, Marco, how did you end up in Sweden? Let's see, did you say you were from Chile? Is that where you said you were from originally? Same here, Silver. Same here. Oh, I am auditioning for Our Town by Thornton Wilder. However, the director is taking it in a different direction. She's focusing more on the darker themes of our town rather than the traditional community themes of our town. So, um, but yeah, I just found a video on YouTube, a 1977 um, version of the play, and it was really interesting. I really liked watching it. So if you guys look up 1977 Our Town, um, it's worth watching. It's only like an hour and a half long, and it's worth watching. It's got a lot of stars of the day, like Robbie Benson and Sada Thompson, and oh gosh, there's like a ton of movie stars from the 70s and 80s in it. So oh, well, yeah, you should definitely check out the 19 yeah, it might even be listed in my history. I don't know if you guys have access to my viewing history. I think it's public. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it was really good. I watched it today and I really enjoyed it. So it's a good play. I mean, it's got a lot of layers to it. Let's just put it that way. So hey guys, if you don't mind, please hit the thumbs up button because my numbers went way down when I lost the ability to do live streams. And so I'm trying to make it up. And the more thumbs up that I have, you know how YouTube is, the better off you are. So what are you doing, Silver? Is anybody crafting anything? Has anybody tried out any new recipes? I'm always interested in that. I haven't made a cooking video in a long time. I need to probably make another cooking video and put it up. Oh, is that the link to the play, Heather? Actually, Amanda, no. This is just I I like to do like happy blankets. If I start feeling down, if I start feeling depressed, especially if it's really rainy weather, and the fact that I've had 3 deaths close to me lately and some family drama, I like to just grab the brightest colors I can grab and I just turn them into like granny square blankets and then I donate them. So it's not really any particular project for me. It's more like therapy. So, ooh, a watercolor class. That sounds cool. Oh, thanks, Amanda Lee. And thank you, Heather, for posting the link to the 1977 Our Town. That's awesome. I really encourage everybody to go watch it. It's a wonderful play. Eating. Nice, nice. I have been wanting to burn some things off, but it's just been too wet. Um, we had like 3 days of rain, 1 day without rain, and then now we've had 3 days of rain again, and they're calling for 4 more. I'm like, this stuff's never going to dry out enough for me to be able to burn. I have got brush piles like you would not believe, all around my property. And on top of it, I've had 2 trees fall because of all the rain, it loosens up the soil, and then the trees just go, wow. So nice, Heather. See, you see this mess behind me? I need to clean up my studio. This is my studio. That is a box of, well, a little bit of everything. It's like unfinished crocheted projects, unfinished quilting projects, um, some toys and stuff. This was stored out in my barn, and then something happened, and all of my shelves that I had my totes on collapsed. And so this was broken, so I had to bring it inside so the stuff inside wouldn't get ruined. Video download. Oh, awesome, Silver. It's always fun when you get the video uploaded, isn't it? I always feel like a big sense of accomplishment when I get a video uploaded. And then I have more stuff over here that I need to find places for. Yeah. I need to actually go through all of my craft supplies again and get rid of a bunch. So I have more than what I'm using now, and I don't foresee me using it. I'm kind of a magazine hoarder, a craft magazine hoarder. So I need to get rid of a lot of my craft magazines. So yes, purge. Exactly. That's exactly what I need to do. And I have been little by little. It never fails though. Whenever I start doing the major purge, I get hired to a new job again, and then I don't have time to do it. So it gets halfway done. So we'll see. And right now, I actually need to start working on a friend of mine's quilt. She has hired me to fix her quilt, and I have the fabric now. So now I need to clean off this area over here, which is my sewing machine area, so that I can work on her quilts. And tonight, the drink of choice tonight, Diet Dr. Pepper. I had some medical tests done. And exactly, Amanda. That's what I've been trying to do. Yeah, I have stopped buying magazines. I haven't bought magazines in a year. So I have stopped buying magazines. Now what I'm doing is I'm going through the magazines I have, and I'm copying the patterns that I want to keep, because there's like crochet patterns and craft patterns and stuff like that. So I am keeping those patterns. And then I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to try to sell the magazines at a yard sale, or if I'm going to just donate them to my local library. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So, but anyway, I was going to say I had some medical work done, and I have to have some more tests done. My doctor thinks that I have fatty liver syndrome. My cholesterol was a little high, and my liver enzymes were high. And since I don't drink, the only thing she could figure is that I probably have fatty liver syndrome since my cholesterol was high too. So I'm being put on a diet medication, which I'm not looking forward to. And I have to go get an ultrasound of my liver done. And then tomorrow, keep your fingers crossed for me tomorrow and think a good thought for me. I have to have cortisone injections done into my neck joint tomorrow morning. So you're from Chile, born in Sweden. You feel lucky without pointing fingers. What does that mean, Marco? So you were born in Sweden, but were you raised in Chile and then came back to Sweden? Is that what you're saying? Storage lockers. Yes. See, Amanda, I have Somerset Studio and I have Molly Makes. And for some reason, my camera has decided to not focus on me anymore. I don't know why. I don't know how to make it focus. And now I'm bouncing everywhere. So, anyway, Sweden's a great country. I've heard that. I've heard that. The senior homes around here actually request that we do not give magazine donations. So, but anyway, I don't know why I'm suddenly fuzzy again. I don't know how to do this. Does anybody know anything about webcams and how to get it to focus? Because I don't know. I don't know how to get it to focus. I don't know why it's suddenly not wanting to focus on me. Well, that didn't work. What's the joke about Tina Turner, Heather? Is she in Sweden or is she in Chile? So why, hey, does anybody know anything about webcams? Jen puts her hand up to it. Don't mind the focus. It's all about the chat. Yeah, but I'm OCD and it kind of bugs me. So put the hand up. Did that work? No. Oh, is it working? Okay, I look fuzzy to me. Do I look fuzzy to you guys? Because I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. Oh, Tina lives in Switzerland. I was wondering what the joke was. Maybe if I did this, maybe it'll focus back on my face again. I'm not too fuzzy. Okay, maybe it's just me. I think I look fuzzy, but I don't know. I'll just keep working on my crocheting and try to ignore that I look fuzzy because I don't know why I look fuzzy. Peekaboo. Yeah. Peekaboo. Do my hair. Will that help it focus on me? I don't know. I give up. I give up. Derby. Is that you? Yes. Do you guys hear her? Come here. Well, come here, baby. Oh, come here. Oh, come here and say hi. Come say hi to everybody. Say hi. Is this Derby? Derby Drain Pipe. She's my Norwegian forest cat that I found in a drainage pipe in a ditch in a puddle of water after a big thunderstorm. Only country that has parachutes before you end up in the streets. Oh, that's okay, Marco. Yes. Mwah. What's up, baby? So, Marco, do you speak? How many languages do you speak? I speak a little bit of German. I speak a little bit of Spanish. And I speak American English and a little bit of British English. So, no, she's scared because we've been having thunder. My cats do not like thunderstorms at all, especially her since, well, I found her after a thunderstorm. So she was probably out in the thunderstorm while it was happening. She was just a little bitty kitten too when I found her. Weren't you, baby? Yes. Oh. Swedish, Italian, Spanish, and English. Nice. I speak Mexican Spanish. So I know it's a little bit different um, than other Spanish, but I know a little bit. Hablo un poquito español. That's about all I know. I can say me llamo es Melissa or Gypsy, whichever. I took many, many years of Spanish in school. Oh no, Silver. Oh, that's so sad. Ah, ¿cómo estás? Está muy bien. ¿Y tú? My second husband made fun of me because we went to Mexico and we went into this little shop and I started speaking in Spanish to the shopkeeper. And he was telling me that my pronunciation was really good. And then he asked if I spoke any other languages. And I said, oh, sí, hablo alemán. And he goes, Alemán? Du sprechen Deutsch? Ah, sehr gut, sehr gut. Ich sprechen Deutsch auch. Which is basically, oh, you speak German? Oh my gosh, I speak German too. And so then we switched from speaking Spanish to speaking German. And my second husband looks at me and he says, only you would go to Mexico and find someone that speaks German. So rose-breasted grosbeaks visiting your feeders. Not that I've seen. However, the blue buntings have shown up. The blue buntings showed up yesterday. And I now have 5 hummingbirds that keep circling around the hummingbird feeder. The cardinals are here. The chickadees are here. The titmice are here. The blue buntings are here. The red-tailed hawks are here. And the owls, of course, all the owls, the barn owls, the hoot owls, all the owls are here. Trying to think what else. Oh, I've seen 3 kinds of woodpeckers right now. I know I have at least 5 different types of woodpeckers, but I've only seen 3 right now. Is it true that for America, Scandinavians, it all sounds like yeah, yeah, yeah? I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of Scandinavian speech. I do watch a YouTube channel of a fella from Norway, but see, to me, Scandinavian and German sound very similar because they have similar root words. So I don't know. I don't know. Of course, with me having lived in Germany for 4 years, my ear is a little different, I think, than your standard American. Because, people who haven't lived overseas, they interpret the sound differently. Yeah, me either. Oh, Espen. Wait, Espen is Scandinavian, isn't he? Isn't he Swedish? I think Espen. Well, there might be 2 channels that I watch. One from Norway and one from Sweden, I think. So, yes, she is. I don't know where she went. Oh, she's not in here now. She came in, she meowed, she left. Oh, Norwegian. He's Norwegian. Okay. So I guess it's 2 Norwegian channels that I watch. Sometimes I will go on to like my Pandora and I will play radio stations from other countries just to listen to it. What, Derby? What's the matter? Come here. What's the matter? What, baby? Oh, oh, come here. Come here, big girl. Oh, yes. My big baby. Look at this. Is this pitiful? My big baby. Yes. She's been on a diet. She had to lose 6 pounds and she finally did it. And at her last vet appointment, the vet said she looked really healthy and was really good. Yes. Mwah. She's actually my oldest one. She is going to be 7 in August. Aren't you, baby? Yes. She's going to be 7 years old in August, which would make her 49 in people years. Yes, Aspen is in Colorado. We were talking about a person whose name is Espen, Espen, and he's Norwegian. So yeah, but yes, Aspen, the town, is in Colorado. Look at you. I live in Illinois. So if you know the American map, you can find me. Yes, thank you, Heather. I love Espen. I haven't been able to catch his shows lately, though, because I've been so busy. Oh, she is purring. I don't know if you can hear this, but she is like purring up a storm. What race is my? Oh, you mean the breed? Her breed is actually a Norwegian forest cat. So she is the only purebred that I have in the bunch. And I only found out she was a purebred when I took her to the vet. So all of my cats are either foundlings or adopted through a no-kill shelter. He hasn't. How is his back, Heather? I hope his back is with it. Hello, Sean. I hope you're having a blessed day too. Oh, you have a cat, Marco? What kind of cat do you have? I have 4. I have 4 cats. I have Derby, and I have Magic, and I have Baxter, and I have Tabitha. Oh, good, Heather. I am so glad to hear that. If you get on one of his live streams before I do, would you please tell him I've been thinking about him? He's such a nice guy. He really is. I wish I could meet him in person. I'd just like to sit down and have a beer with him. He's such a nice guy. I'm about ready to drop this kitty. She weighs 12 pounds. Of course, she did weigh 18 and a half. So she used to be a lot bigger. Oh, a tabby. Now, see, I have a brown tabby, Baxter, who I'm surprised is not in here. I have a brown tabby named Baxter. And he was a foundling. I found him, thanks, Heather. Right word. A peasant cat. Oh. What colors are they? Are they orange and black and white? Is it like a calico? Or because I know I'm trying to think of I think I know what you're talking about, Marco. I really do, but I can't think of the name of it. But I have a black cat. Only 3, Heather? How many more do you want? I saw a sign for sale the other day that said, yes, I really do need all of these cats. But yeah, I have my gray Norwegian, and then I have Magic, who's my black cat, and then I have Baxter, who's my brown tabby, and then I have Tabitha, who gets called Tabby, who is a calico. I'm not picking you up anymore. You keep jumping down. You keep jumping down every time I pick you up, so I'm not going to do it. Ah, how's this hair doing, guys? It's like right in my way. Is it bugging you as much as it's bugging me? Like a Norwegian with less hair. Okay, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, Silver, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my dog died almost 4 years ago. She died 2 months before her 18th birthday. She was a beagle mixed with a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. I am trying to get this thing to focus again, and I do not know how to get it to focus, but it is starting to really drive me nuts. Maybe I should just move closer. So what kind of dog is your other dog, Silver? Oh, I am so sorry. It's hard when we lose our fur babies. It really is. Oh, Amanda. Heinz 57. That's the best kind. That is the best kind of dog. Amanda, I was going to show you this. I made this a long time ago, but this might be an idea for you. Cat behaves like your little wifey. um, you see, it's a clothespin, but it's free to Kalo. And I used it to clip stuff together. Okay, Silver, I will look. I will look. Are people dipping in and out? Because I notice my number keeps changing. Am I coming in clear? I'm not buffering or anything. Yeah, it's a nice little clip. I like to make things like this because, well, these clothespins are really cheap to get. They're really inexpensive. And what I did was I took what do you call it? Like poster board, is that what it is? Put poster board, and then I printed this out. It was black and white, and then I colored it with colored pencils. Glued it on, colored it, and so it's hard and it's pretty thick. You can probably see how thick it is. Okay, thanks, Silver. I always worry when I'm doing live streams. I get nervous that because I'm not professional. You guys know that. I am not a professional. I only just started using this stuff last year. I have not been making videos that long. I've been making videos for about a year. So, oh goodness. And if you haven't hit the big thumbs up, please, please, please hit it for me. Derby. Derby drain pipe. What is wrong with you? Meow. You need to stop. You have peaches? Oh, the only peaches I like are fresh peaches or in peach cobbler. I won't eat them any other way. My mom used to make the best peach cobbler ever. We had a peach tree when I was growing up, and and we had a tornado hit, and it actually uprooted the peach tree and laid it over on top of our house. I know, Silver, yes. Yes. Now I can't do live streams from outside anymore. I can't, take people on a walk around the property like I was doing before. I mean, Heather had seen those. You saw those, Heather. Fingers crossed, Heather. Fingers crossed. My lemon trees have gotten taller. My lemon trees are now about 3.5 feet tall. The ones that I started from the seeds I took out of a Meyer lemon that I bought at the grocery store. So who knows? Maybe I'll have lemons someday. A friend of mine did the same thing. She said it was about 5 years before her tree started producing lemons. So we'll see. We'll see what mine does. Here's hoping. Yeah, I put my lemon trees outside too. Oh, darn it. I just dropped my yarn. I'll be right back. I have to climb under the desk. Oh, sorry, dropped my yarn. Can't do that. Yeah, I've put my tomato plants outside. Everything's outside now. My rubber trees are outside. No, my lemon tree doesn't have any thorns. Not yet, anyway. The difference between living in Europe and living in the US, well, it's changed a lot because when I lived in Europe, it was in the 90s. So it's been, 30 years ago almost. When I lived there, I don't know, one of the things that I liked about living in Europe was literally going to the market every day to get the groceries for the meals for the day. And everything closed at 4 p.m. All the shops closed. Now, I lived in a very small village on the side of a mountain. It was teeny, tiny village. It was so small that I could literally walk from one end of the village to the other end of the village in 30 minutes. That's how small it was. Um, in the States, we're all about prepackaged, mass produced, buying in bulk type of things. When I lived in Germany, that was not the case. In Germany, you paid extra if you bought something that was pre wrapped or pre planted or pre packaged. When I lived in Germany, you could bring in your Tupperware container and have it filled there at the meat market or at the grocery store. Whereas here, there are very few places that will let you do that. It's heavily regulated here. And I mean, the other thing too was like, I bought my car over there that I had at the time, and it was a lot less expensive than buying a car here. Now, the downside of that was when I brought that car back to the United States, I had to pay an exorbitant amount of import tax on it. And it just, yeah, it wasn't worth the money to import it. So I ended up selling my car before coming back to the States. So avocado plants. I think my son was talking about starting an avocado tree. Jasmine tree. Ooh, that sounds intriguing. Marco, Om, are you meditating? Are you saying Om as in what is that? Om Padme Om, Om Mani Padme Om. I can't remember what the meditation chant is. Or was that a mistype? Were you trying to say oh? I mean, I liked living in Germany. I think I would have liked it better had I been single and not married at the time. And I think I would have liked it better had I not been with the military at the time. So, oh wow, Silver, that sounds awesome. I would love to have some jasmine. Okay, Marca, I thought so. I would love to have some jasmine. My rose of Sharon bushes have started sprouting though. So that makes me happy because I like to take my rose of Sharon blooms and dry them for tea. Because the rose of Sharon is in the hibiscus family, which is very high in vitamin C and antioxidants. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've been talking forever. I'm probably going to end this chat in about time is it 6:43 in about 17 minutes though, guys, just so you know. I have to make a phone call this evening, so that's part of the reason why I started the chat early or the live thing early. uh well, Marco, it depends on where you live. And are you referring to Sales tax? Are you referring to food tax? Are you referring to medical tax? Are you referring to property tax? Yeah, tax is too much and it differs from state to state. I know where I live, I pay a 8.5% on everything. Um, 8.5% tax. And it's not as high as it is, say, in the northern part of the state. I live in the southern part of the state. In the northern part of the state, it's even higher. But we're up there in terms of sales tax. Now, my property taxes have been going up every year. Okay. Um, a lot. It's 9.3 in Tennessee. Yeah, I'm 8.5 here, but I know like in Chicago, I think in Chicago it's like 10 something. So, you know, Marco, in one state, you could have 10 different tax numbers, tax percentages that you pay. My property tax is relatively low compared to the rest of the state because I live in what's considered a rural area and it's not a very developed area yet, but it's starting to get more developed, which is why my property taxes have been going up. So 30% of your salary. Now, do you pay just one time a year, Marco, on your taxes? Because when I lived in Germany, um, the Germans got taxed twice a year. They got taxed in the spring and they got taxed in the fall. And they were taxed on every item that they owned. And so what they would pay is, or what they would do is, in order to not be taxed on an item, they would put it out on the sidewalk, on the curb, and basically hope that Americans would take it away so that they wouldn't get taxed on it because it was actually less expensive for them to get rid of something, pay their tax, and then go out and buy a new thing to replace that thing that they got rid of. So 30% of your salary every month. Ooh, that's a lot. That, but then again, you guys also have universal health care, right? You have universal health care, and I know that you have a lot of social programs that we don't have in the United States. What do you do, Marco? What is your employment? What is your career? What do you do? Because I would look at what your career is and then look at different states that would cater to that career. Or like if you're someone like me who has health problems, you would want to go somewhere where they would be able to cater to those issues. Um, exactly. Yeah, you have universal health care. We do unfortunately pay when we go to the doctor. Yeah. And it's very difficult to get things like disability. I actually have several health conditions that I would qualify for disability for, but on average, each person that applies for disability gets refused a minimum of 3 times before they get approved. Right. See, and we pay for school too. I actually still owe student loans, and I graduated from college in 2007. So, yeah. Honestly, I would rather pay the higher taxes to be able to have health care and free education than the way that we do it here in the States. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Um, right, right. Well, yeah. See here, there is very little in the way of social support. I mean, yes, we do have things like public assistance, and things like that. However, it's very stringent on the requirements to be able to receive those benefits. And there's also a time limit on how long you can receive those benefits for. Another thing here in Illinois, now this is not throughout the United States. I'm just talking about the state of Illinois. I live in what's called an at-will employment state, which means that you can be terminated from a job. Excuse me, you can be terminated from a job for any reason at any time, with the exception of your gender, your race, your religion, or your ability or disability, or your sexual orientation. You cannot be let go for any of those 5 things. However, in the state of Illinois, if a person that employs you looks at you and decides that they don't like your hair color, they can fire you. Exactly, Heather. Exactly. What are you asking what to, Marco? About being fired? About being let go from a job? In Illinois, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They do not have to give you a reason if they terminate you from a position. Yeah, they don't have to give you a reason in Illinois. I know. I've been let go 3 times in the last year. No warning and no reason. And no, I did not get any type of severance pay, nothing. I got nothing. I was just told, sorry, we've decided not to keep you. It does, Heather. Yeah. Yeah. If you receive any type of assistance through the state, you are made to feel like you are worthless. You're made to feel like you are less than human. Oh, I know, Marco. It's the same in England. It's the same in Germany. Yeah. They have to give you a reason. You have to be given notice. And I know when I worked in Germany as an American, if they wanted to let me go, they had to give me 2 weeks severance to let me go. Not in Illinois. Now, I don't know what it is where Heather lives in Tennessee. I don't know. And I don't know what it is where Silver lives in Florida. I'm only speaking for Illinois. In Illinois, that's the way things are. It's an at-will employment state. They can fire you at any time for any reason. They can decide, I don't like your shoes, or I don't like your attitude. You know, it may have nothing to do with how well you're doing your job. You should find out, Heather. It didn't used to be that way. Okay, so yours is the same way, Silver in Florida. Yours is the same way. Yeah, it didn't used to be that way here. In the 1980s, when I first entered the workforce, you had to be given a reason as to why you were being let go. And it had to be in writing. And you were not allowed to be fired over the telephone. You had to be fired in person. Yep. All that went out the window by 2000. By 2000, we became an at-will employment state. So, oh yeah, it's pretty sad. And well, I live in a very economically poor area, and there's not many jobs. So, Marco, I go online every Thursday, usually at 6 p.m. Central Time. I went on a little bit early today, and but usually it's at 6 p.m. Central Time. I don't know what the time difference is between Sweden and here. You'll have to look that up. But every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I go live. So, and if I'm not going to go live that night, I will post a video saying, hey, something's come up. I'm not going to be able to do a live show tonight. I would recommend, Marco, that you subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon, because then you'll get notified every time I go live or every time I post a video. And check out some of my other videos. You might find something you like. Like I said, I do cooking videos, I do crafting videos, I do gardening videos, I do everything. So, thank you, Heather. Not sure what was going on there. I missed it, but thank you for being on top of it. Appreciate that. Derbykins, she's over here again. Come here, baby. Come here. Why are you wanting my attention today, sweetheart? She is just really, really wanting mommy's attention today. Usually it's Magic that's in here, but he's sleeping. I can see him. He's sleeping in there on the stool. So, well, we got about 5 more minutes left, guys, and then I'm gonna have to shut this down. Oh, thank you, Heather. I will trust you. I will trust you. No. Sometimes we do get some of those trolls that pop up, so that's why I'm glad that I have friends that will take care of it. Oh, too much sun. I wish I had sun today. I wish I had it. Thank you, Silver. It has been a nice chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. Get yourself some vitamin E. Some vitamin E, and wet yourself some black tea bags and put them on your eyes, some cold, wet tea bags. That will help take the sting out. What do you work with? I'm not sure what you're asking me, Marco. Are you asking me my career, what I do for a career? Or you asking me about my camera equipment? I need you to be a little bit more specific. Oh, Derby, you just clocked your head, baby. You okay? Okay, you're okay. Ah. Oh, my job. Um, I have an advanced degree, excuse me, an advanced degree in social work, and my specialty was crisis counseling and crisis intervention. I am currently unemployed, so I currently do not work outside the home. I do not have a paid job as of right now. So, what I have been doing is taking in craft projects, like working sewing projects from friends. They're hiring me to fix their quilts and things like that. I am currently looking for work as a secretary or a receptionist, because I've decided I would like to retire from doing social work. It's crisis counseling is very stressful and it takes a lot out of you. And I did it for 7 years. And I think that I am just, yeah, I am just tired. And I need to take care of myself. I'm getting older, and I have more things going on in my family that need more focus. And I need to take care of my family, my children and my grandchildren, and things like that. So, yeah, right now, although I am not employed anywhere, unfortunately. I lost my job, my most recent job I lost on April 13th. So right now I am living off of what little bit of savings I have, and trusting in the universe that something else is going to come along soon. So that's what I'm doing. Why what? Why did I get fired or why I want to retire from social work? I got fired, I don't know. I don't know why I got fired. I went into work, I clocked in, I was setting up the computers, and the director of the agency said, "I'm sorry, Melissa, but it's not working out, and that's all I'm going to say on the subject." And then she turned around and walked off. And that's how I got fired 2 weeks ago. As far as retiring from social work, like I said, it's just very stressful. It's too stressful for me right now. Um, I'm getting older. I do have some health concerns. I have a rare genetic disorder that is getting worse, and I will eventually end up in a wheelchair and unable to walk or use my hands. And so I want to enjoy what time I have left, to be active. So that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm at. So, well, guys, it is 7 o'clock here, 7 p.m. So I am going to close this out and say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. It was so much fun talking to all of you. Marco, it was nice to meet you. I hope that you join us again next Thursday, like I said, 6 p.m. Central Time. I'll even type it on here so it will be in the record. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Helps if I spell correctly, huh? Central Time. So, have a great night or great day wherever you are, because I'm not sure what time it is where you are, Marco. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next week. And don't forget, hit the bell icon if you haven't done so already, because I'll be uploading part 2 of my gardening video. So, namaste, friends. Have a groovy night.